Many already know the advantages of custom content types. They're great for creating structured databases and improving site performance. But they also come with some limitations, like not being able to create single pages. While technically that's true, there's a simple workaround if you're using Crocoblock's JetEngine and JetThemeCore. Hello, my name is Andrew, and this is a tutorial on creating a single page template for a CCT. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to dynamically display CCT entries as individual pages, just like you would with custom post types, whether through single templates or archive pages. As always, feel free to drop your questions or thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video if you find it helpful. Let's get started. The secret to all this is linking your CCT to a CPT, which opens up all the functionality you usually get with the custom post types, like single page templates and archives. First, we need a CPT to act as that bridge element. So go to JetEngine, Post Types, and click the Add New button. All we need to do here is give it a name. No need to configure anything else for now, just save it and that's it. Now, if you don't already have the CCT that needs single page functionality, you'll want to set that up first. Just go to JetEngine, Custom Content Types, hit the Add New button and start building it from scratch like I'm doing here. By the way, if you're new to custom content types, there's a detailed video on our channel that covers how to create a CCT from scratch and explains what they're best used for. Right now, I'll set the name and slug and proceed with creating a few fields. For this setup, I'll add a text field for the name, a text area for a short description, another text area for a full description, and a media field for an image. Nothing too complicated, just the basic structure we need to display the data properly. Now let's scroll back to the General Settings section, enable the Has Single Page toggle, and set the related post type option to the CPT we created earlier. With the CCT field set up, we can also choose which fields will be displayed for the title and content on the CPT's default page before we customize it with single page templates. Finalize the creation or update of your custom content type by clicking the blue button in the top right corner. Now let's move on to creating individual CCT entries. You'll see your CCT appear in the WordPress dashboard with a data list icon next to it. Click on it, then hit New, fill in the fields you just created, and click the Add button on the right. Once we add even one item, we'll see a link leading to a custom post that's being created in parallel with the CCT. And as you can see, the title and content information are already included there too. Now just finalize the CCT item by clicking Save, or directly hit New Item to create the next one. I'm going to go ahead and create several CCT items the same way. Let's quickly create a listing template for the CCT items. It will give us a way to open the individual CCT pages. In the Setup Listing Item pop-up, I'll choose Custom Content Type as the listing source, then specify the relevant CCT. After that, I'll give the listing a name and select WordPress editor for building the list. Once in the editor, I'll use the dynamic elements available with JetEngine to display data from CCT fields. For Elementor, this would mean using widgets like Dynamic Field and Dynamic Image. In the block editor or bricks builder, we can use dedicated blocks or elements to pull the same data. Before finalizing the listing, make sure to go to Listing Item Settings and activate the option to make the listing item clickable. For the link source, ensure it's set to permalink. So when we are on the front end and click on the listing, we'll be taken directly to its single page. Now let's create a new page or edit an existing one. Insert a listing grid widget, block or element depending on which WordPress builder you're using. Make sure to select the listing we just created to be displayed on this page. If you were to test the performance of this listing grid right now, you see that clicking on any of the listings takes you to the individual page with information like title and content. This wouldn't be possible if we hadn't connected the CCT with the CPT. But now, thanks to that connection, our CCT items have individual pages for display on our site. The last thing we need to do is craft a single page template for the CPTs we created alongside the CCT. When that's done, everything will be fully dynamic and functional. Provided you have the JetThemeCore plugin installed and activated, head over to the WordPress dashboard, then go to the Crocoblock Theme Builder tab and click the Create New Page Template button. In the pop-up, click the Add Condition button to open up the settings for defining where exactly the single page template will be displayed on the website. Leave the first dropdown as Include, then in the next dropdown choose Singular. In the following dropdown, select the name of the CPT connected to your custom content type. In the final dropdown, type all and choose that option once it appears. Then click Create. Now you'll see the new single page template created in the theme builder. You can rename it and start adding a header, body, and footer. For this tutorial, I'll create a new template for the body, while the footer and header will remain the same as provided by the current theme. Remember, this template will be used to display the information when users click on the listings, so here you can add more details than in the listing itself. Also, you could even nest another listing grid so users can navigate between pages through it. And using the custom query builder, you can set up the listing to exclude the post that the user is currently viewing on the single page. This way, it won't show the same content twice. By default, the preview of the data from the CCT fields isn't visible. However, you can open the single preview settings and manually force the data from the CCT that you need to be displayed. After doing this, a page reload is required. This will help you better visualize how your template will look. After the template is ready and published, let's check the results on the front end. Head over to the page with the original listing grid of your CCT items and click on one of them. As you can see, we are now on a page that uses the single page template we just created in the same builder. So in practice, whenever we add a new CCT entry, a new page will be created automatically. But that's not all yet. I mentioned at the beginning of this tutorial that CCT items can also be represented on archive pages. Here's how it's done. Let's go back to the theme builder and create another page template. This time we'll set the display condition by choosing Archive, then CPT Archive Legacy, and finally selecting the CPT that's linked to our CCT. Once again, we'll build a body template. For this template, I'm simply adding a listing grid element targeting the CCT listings we created earlier. To make sure the archive page correctly displays the listings, we need to enable the Use as Archive template toggle. Without further ado, I'll publish the template and check out the archive page of our CCT items, represented by their matching CPTs. The easiest way to get to this page now is by opening one of the CPT single pages and removing the post title value from the URL. Now we're on the CPT archive page that represents our CCT items, and clicking on any listing leads us to the previously set up single pages. This is a useful trick when you want to enable user access to archive pages and fully customize them for different custom content types, all without being dependent on your theme's default templates. Custom content type is a powerful feature in JetEngine, and with the unmatched flexibility and customization options that Crocoblock provides, any CCT limitations can be easily worked around. Whether you agree or have your own take on this, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this video useful or interesting, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and become part of our YouTube community. Thanks for watching, cheers!